name is Jordan Guest and this is my R32 GT-R. Well, I've had imports pretty much as soon as I could get a car, a number of different Skylines, probably 5 or so along the series that I've had all sorts of cars. I always wanted an R34, but it was always out of reach. So I had R34 GT-T before this one. Yeah, kind of saw the opportunity with the market because I bought this probably about 4 years ago, and the market was still, there were some that were really low and some that were quite high. So I saw that as an opportunity to sell the GT-T and jump into a GT-R because it's a good investment and it just happens to be in the shape of a GT-R. I think I paid 17.5 for it 4 years ago, which was cheap for then, but not really cheap. It was sort of fair. Back then it was not as nice as it is now. Pretty much the only thing that hasn't been touched is the paint is still the same as it was before. It has been resprayed before I got it. Thankfully it's a good quality paint job because it's still nice. Everything else has been touched, modified. The only thing that is stock is the internals of the engine pretty much. Upgraded R34 N1 turbos, bigger front mount, fuel pump, link ECU, injectors, pretty much everything to make it a street weapon. So wheels, I built them myself recently. They're Panasport G7 C5 C2, so I re-lipped and restored them and made them exactly how I wanted them, and they fit the car awesomely. Suspension, it's just on actually standard suspension with lowered springs because I've never really been a fan of coilovers on Adelaide streets. Brakes, just replacement pads and discs, some nice ones, nothing crazy. Exterior is all stock. It has the N1 spoiler on the lip, the N1 vents, the N1 lip at the front, the N1 lip at the rear, and it has the very early front guards with the no indicators, which is pretty rare, I've been told. And a carbon rocket dancer lip for the rear wing. Pretty much nice and clean, that's what I'm going for. Well, for this car, it's 100% been a period correct build, and that's what really gets me going, is period correct stuff. I do appreciate all sorts of builds and everything, but for this car, it just kind of ended up collecting all sorts of random and rare things that I find on the auctions, and sort of made it into what it is today, which I'm pretty lucky to say is pretty nice. The business is JL Design and Fab. Mainly manufacture, sell and design a lot of aftermarket dress-up accessories basically for most imports, most common imports. Second side of the business would be wheel restorations. So I specialise in 2 and 3 piece wheel restorations, relipping, restoring, just like I did with my wheels on here. Basically, I can help you build your dream wheels, which is a really cool thing to do. And then recently, my biggest thing has been my range of true fit floor mats that I'm making. They're like an OEM inspired, perfect fit floor mat that looks like it belongs in your car. It's just a secret obsession for me. Just like to find cool stuff online and get the thrill of buying them at an auction. It just happens to be that a lot of people enjoy them and buy them off of me as well. The best thing to do is to search online yourself, find stuff that you like, and then you can message people like me, or there's other guys out there that can help you bring it here because you can't buy direct usually. There's so much stuff on the Yahoo auctions and all sorts of Japanese pages that will just blow your mind as to what's available over there so commonly compared to here. I really do like the old Nismo seatbelt pad. It's just the fact you get to put it on and you get to look cool all the time. I've got this little ashtray ornament that I found that has the genuine Skyline racing team thing. That's probably my favourite because I've never seen another one, and it's just cool to look at while you're driving. It's just right there. And the glove box cooler. That's really cool. I like that. I've actually had a lot more stuff, but I've on-sold it just to pay for getting a business started, buying and selling stuff, paid to invest the money in, but it's sort of the really special stuff, or the stuff that I really personally like that I've kept. So I don't have a heap now, but it's just stuff that I really like in there. The body lines, I don't know why they're just so aggressive from a factory car. It's just super, super aggressive. And especially the 32s from, I don't know, I think everyone in Australia has jumped on the bandwagon of the whole Bathurst Group A. Adds a whole bunch of heritage and nostalgia to the 32s in particular. It's just jumped through the 33s and 34s, and I think they're just dream cars for everyone. They're just awesome. Never had it on a track. It's just a street car. I do take it out, you know, for the Sunday drives and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. Don't avoid the hills at night time. I don't want to get it defected, just avoid that whole hassle, and it's just a street car, really. That's what I built it for. So it's making 320 kilowatts at the rears, so that's probably 280 all-wheel drive, which is about, I think, all you need for the street, because it's already too fast. You can't use it half the time anyway. If you are using it, you shouldn't be. Probably one of the only cars that I've ever realised that looks good from every angle. Like even 34s and 33s, I don't think look good from every angle, but I don't know, 32 GT-Rs, they're just, every way you look at it, from any angle, top or bottom or wherever you're looking from, it's super nice to drive. It's just a little bit special. It turns a lot of heads, and that's always funny, people dropping their jaws when you're just sitting at the lights. It's a super nice place to be. It's my happy place. The interior is just super nice, and when you're in there, there's nothing else going on in the world. Everything's just good. It's just a nice place to be, and yeah, it's just a fantastic car.